Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Was the Overlord Part 1. So let's get started. It was the night of the Nine-Tails attack. Krishna had just finished giving birth to two children, Menma and Naruto. When a Sharingan masked man came and kidnapped Menma, he also released the nine-tailed beast. Harakas erupted in the Leaf Village as shinobis tried to defend their homes to no avail. But then came the savior. The third Hokage had sealed the Nine-Tails into a child. That child goes by the name Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the son of the fourth Hokage and Red Death Krishna, ending the rampage of the demon. But he opened up a whole world of pain for the poor boy. We now time skip 3 years. A 3-year-old Naruto was sitting in his attic, which was full of spiderwebs, floorboards broken, nails everywhere. There was no way a 3-year-old would be able to navigate without getting stabbed. It was hard for little Naruto to walk or crawl around as he always got stabbed by nails. He always cried but no one came. His parents would beat him up if he cried and call him a demon. Soon Naruto just stopped complaining, he stopped talking, he stopped making sounds. Suddenly the door crashed open as little Naruto's eyes widened in fear when he saw Krishna coming in with a disgusted scowl on her face. "You dirty demon," she says as her chains wraps around Naruto, who is still struggling to get out. This 3-year-old baby was still trying to get out. "It's time for your weekly beating," she says as she took him to the middle of the village where Minato, Menma and everybody was standing. All the villagers, they had sadistic grin on their faces as they had pitchforks, weapons, almost anything ready to touch them. Ibiki, he was ready. He smiled the most. Uncle also smiled. "My fellow Leaf citizens, it is that time of the day where we give our respect to the dead by beating up the demon and avenging our families, our comrades, our villagers that was killed by this demon here," Minato says as he ties Naruto up. Before the villagers start beating on him, they start beating him with bats, start stabbing him with kunais, burning him with fire. Wherever you can think of, they did it. Ibiki would torture him. The Yamakas would use their mind jutsus to break his mind over and over again. Kurama tried his best to fix it, but it takes time. After that was over, Minato walked over to him. "That's what you get, you dirty demon, for attacking our glorious Leaf Village and killing one of our Kages," Minato says with disgust as he engraved demon on Naruto's forehead and then dragged him on the rocky parts of the floor as little Naruto screamed out as he cried out, begging, not understanding why he was only a 3-year-old that was being tortured, as Minato smiled sadistically. "We're fresh out of mercy for you, demon. Did you show mercy to the children of the Leaf that you killed, to the shinobi you ate, to the poor old citizens you crushed, to the families you separated? But that's not the worst thing you did. The worst thing you did was your attack ruined our reputation. The Leaf Village, a village once thought to be unconquered, undestroyable, now has to live with the fact that it lost so much to you, you dirty demon. I could take you murdering some of the citizens. I could take you murdering some of the shinobi. Hell, I can even take you murdering the third Hokage. I never liked him, but you breaking this village's reputation, making us look weak, is something I cannot forgive. We never experienced defeat, and now when I had to rule, you had to come and destroy that. You made me look incompetent, you dirty demon, and for that you will suffer," Minato says. As when they made it home, Krishna, Minato and Menma started to beat Naruto over and over. "Stop, please," Naruto says as the others just laugh. "Shut it, you dirty demon. How dare you talk to your Hokage, the Hokage's wife, like that, aka my mother and father. How dare you speak to them? How dare you speak to me, the next Kage, Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, like that? You're superior, you dirty demon. How dare you even think that you're worthy of being on our level?" Menma said as they continued to stab Naruto until Naruto passed out as red chakra seeped out of Naruto, healing him. As the people of the Uzumaki clan just looked at him, and the Namikaze clan just looked at him with disgust. This continued for years until Naruto was 12. Right now the Uzumaki Right now the Uchiha clan massacre hasn't happened, but who knows, it might happen, it might not. Naruto was now in the Leaf Academy. He was the dead last. If he even tried to show up even anyone, he will get beaten up, so he just decided to just act like the dead last. His brother was the rookie of the year, but he had his friend Hinata, who he hopes to be more than one day. Naruto went to that place where he and Hinata normally met up and saw that she wasn't there. What happened? Where's Hinata-chan? My Hinata-chan, Naruto thought, as he went around looking around for her until he saw something that made his eyes pop out as he heard what she said. Memma-kun, your brother's so annoying and clingy. He thinks that I, a hokage heiress, will love him. Can you believe that? She said as everybody started to laugh. I can't believe he fell for me. As if a high-class hokage princess like myself will be in love with a dirty demon like him. He's just a slave. I take him to the village to get beaten up, and I get loved by the village. I became heiress because I helped the villagers beat him up without him knowing. He doesn't even know that I love you, Menma, Hinata says as she kisses Menma, making us see the most heartbreaking scene, his girl kissing Menma. Hey, Hinata-chan, why? Naruto says as he started to cry, as everybody from the academy started to laugh as they turned around to look at him, not with pity, but with superiority and everything. Did you really think that I, a hokage heiress, would date a dead last demonic freaky failure like you? I was always with Memma-kun, you filthy peasant. I was just using you to become heiress by showing that I hated you, taking you around to get beaten, Hinata says, coming up to him as she stabbed him in the heart. Perhaps in your next life, you're someone that actually cares for you. I can't even say that with a straight face. Nobody will ever love you, dirty monster, Hinata says as she pulled out her knife. No, die, Hinata says as Naruto started to lose consciousness as he heard people cheering, as he saw Hinata and Menma kissing, as the rest of the Shinobi 10 were clapping and everything like that. As Sasuke came up and went like, I was only pretending to be your friend, you dirty demonic failure. I'm friends with Menma. I'll never be friends with you. It's about time that Naruto died, Sakura says. Yeah, disgusting rat, Ino said. The villagers will throw a party for us, Kiba says, as the rest of them started laughing as Neji went like, this failure, he deserved to die. Shikamaru said, I never trusted that demon. As Chaoji went like, he's just wasting food. As Shino came up and went like, and started releasing his bugs to bite Naruto's body. As they left, Naruto passed out. When Naruto woke, he saw he was in a white void, as a scary figure that he knew was the Shinigami popped out. Hello there, child of prophecy. You are still needed in this world, but your body is still damaged, and I fear that you'll be too weak because of these villagers' hatred. So I'll send you somewhere else to get stronger while you heal. But not a single moment will have passed in this world, Shinigami says. As when Naruto woke up, he was on a planet called Earth. He was no longer in the elemental nations, where he eventually went on to play a game called Yggdrasil and create a undead skeleton character called Momonga, becoming the best player in the game and becoming part of the best guild and becoming its leader. Naruto was depressed. Today was the last day of Yggdrasil. Before the server shut down, he had put his life, blood and sweat into this game, but it was coming to an end. Naruto thought that Shinigami messed it up and sent him to a world where he could just have happiness because, well, let's just say that he did not get strong in this world and that was the main point of him being sent somewhere. But Naruto remembered the time of the game. Naruto suddenly got happy as he saw someone come into the guild. Hiro, he is back, Naruto thought, as they talked for a bit, and then Hiro told him that he came to see the guild one last time before it shuts down and it was deleted. Naruto then went into the throne room as he sat on the throne room one last time with, well, if he wasn't in the world he would have tears in his eyes as he shut his eyes waiting for the countdown to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Naruto opened his eyes, feeling extremely confused. Did the devs push back the server shutdown? I can't access my console or chat and call a DM, Naruto said while stuck in ainz's body. What's going on here? Naruto asked as he stood up startled. Is something the matter, Lord Momonga? A sweet voice said as Naruto turned to see it was Albedo, which confused him since AI and NPCs couldn't show emotions in the game. I must have been transported once again, Naruto thought. But am I back in the leaf or am I in a whole different world? Naruto thought. Nothing's wrong, Albedo, Naruto said. Sebes, I need you and the Pleiades to survey the surrounding areas, Naruto demanded. As you wish, Lord Momonga, it shall be done, Sebes said. Now we skip to the end of Overlord. Everything went as canon. Naruto sat on the throne, reflecting on his past and his family. In the world where he played the game, he had been an orphan and never experienced parental love. This game had been a godsend to him, giving him a chance to have a family and friends, the 41 supreme beings. Naruto noticed Demiurge entering the throne room and kneeled. Ah, Demiurge, what brings you here? Naruto asked. I wanted to warn you. Demiurge was cut off. Warn me about what? Naruto inquired. As soon as the words left his mouth, the entire tomb started shaking. The girls, they're at it again, aren't they? Naruto sighed. Yes, they're fighting for who gets to be the main wife of your harem, Demiurge explained. I see, Naruto said, sweat dropping, but his face turned serious as he sensed otherworldly presence. Demiurge, call forth the floor guardians now and put the tomb under lockdown, Naruto ordered. The floor guardians assembled, as well as the Pleiades. Open the gates to the tomb, Naruto instructed. As the gates opened, two figures entered and eventually reached the throne room. One Naruto recognized, while the other he had only heard about in legends. Who are you? Naruto asked, pretending not to know. You should know us. You were from our world at one point, the pale man said, with purple eyes with onion rings in them. Demiurge sensed that these beings were on the level of the Pleiades, but compared to Lord Ainz and the rest of the floor guardians, including him, they were nothing but cannon fodder. I recognized Shinigami-sama from one of the people I knew's stories, but not you, old man, Naruto said. My child, I am Hagoromo Otosuki, otherwise known as the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo said. Naruto's magic flared in anger. How dare you? Who do you think you are to address our beloved Lord Ainz in such a manner? Albedo says as soon as she heard Naruto escape from Hagoromo's mouth. How do you know my old name? Nobody knows my old name. Not even my comrades knew that name. I forgot it for a reason, and now you are here to bring it back up. How dare you? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't destroy both of you, Naruto explained. This is bad, Shinigami and Hagoromo thought to themselves. He doesn't even want to remember his old name. Lord Ainz, who is this Naruto? Albedo asked. That was my human name. When I was first born, I was a human, born with the power over what is called chakra, Naruto explained. Really? You were a human, my lord? Gamma and the others were starting to put things together. Yes, I was born with a demon in my stomach. I was hated and treated like garbage. My own parents despised me. I was tortured until I was killed by a woman that I loved. But then the Shinigami here saved me and transported me to a different world to get stronger, Naruto said with anger. Yes, we are very sorry. We didn't mean for this to happen to you. You were supposed to live a happy and long life, Hagoromo said. Interesting, but what do you want now, and why are you here? Naruto asked, as the Shinigami decided to speak after such a long time. Naruto, it's time for you to fulfill your duty. You, the child of prophecy, remember when I sent you here? I told you that one day you will have to return to complete the prophecy, Shinigami explained. I see, but I don't want to return. I've nothing there worth fighting for. I refuse to be their savior, Naruto replied. Not even if we promise you something in trade, Shinigami offered. What are you offering? Naruto said, putting his diplomatic skills to use. We are offering you freedom to do as you choose. I've talked with Kami and Yami, and we both agreed that that world is not worth saving, at least that variant of the world. You have the freedom to kill whoever you please. You can take over the world if you want. And we can finally give you the one thing you always wanted, a body that you can have children with, Shinigami proposed. A body is nice, but I want myself and my followers here to have full immunity from any form of mind control in that world, and some immunity to some chakra, Naruto negotiated. As the Shinigami nodded and granted their request. You will have immunity to all forms of genjutsu and mind control, while your bodies will be able to tank any hits that are S rank and below, but anything above that, well, they will be able to damage you, and in your terms of magic, that will be second tier magic level or higher can damage you. Fine, Naruto agreed, turning towards his followers. My guardians, we are now going to explore and conquer a new land. I expect you to help me in succeeding in taking this world as my own. I will be the first man to have 2 worlds under my control, Naruto says, as they all pledge their loyalty. We are with you, Lord Ainz. These monsters that hurt you, we will destroy them, was what was heard throughout the throne room. As then Naruto turned towards, let's get this over with, Naruto said, as the 2 gods apologized once again before Naruto blacked out. Naruto woke up in his old body in the place where he was killed by Hinata. Lord Ainz, can you hear me? Sebas asked using the message skill. Yes, Sebas, I can. Report, Naruto replied. That's good. We are currently rebuilding the tomb. Well, the tomb is being rebuilt as we speak, thanks to the gods, in a broken village. I think it was the ruins of the whirlpool, Sebas said. I see. I shall teleport to the tomb now, Naruto says, as he teleported to the tomb, where the residents of the tomb of Nazarick knelt before him. My lord, you have returned, Albedo said, as she and the other girls admired how cute Naruto was and hugged him. It seems even as a human child, you are the harem master, my lord, Demiurge said. Which woman wouldn't want to be with Lord Ainz? He is the strongest, Hokage said. Thank you, Hokage, Naruto said, blushing from all the hugs. Now then, everyone, I will explain our plans, Naruto says in a serious tone, making the girls stop hugging him and kneel, along with the rest of the residents as they looked at Naruto making eye contact. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.